Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a kind of an informal review of the new Hocus Pocus tarot deck, and it is an officially licensed deck. It's by Disney, and I actually pre-ordered this a few months ago and it just came in the mail yesterday. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it. I'm gonna do a flip through. And then after the flip through I'll show you the guidebook, and then I'll talk a little bit about what I like and places where I feel like it might be slightly missed opportunities about the deck. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and open the box up and flip through the deck. Alright. Also, the box is extremely sturdy. It's very, very sturdy. That's the inside of it looks like. This is the guidebook. It's a nice guidebook, full color, by the way. And we have the deck with a nice ribbon. The inside, of course, has the black flamed candle. Or, yeah. So, let's go ahead and look at this deck. Okay, so that is all the cards in the deck. That is my brief flip through. So the cards themselves are matte. They're not glossy at all. So when I try to shuffle them, they stick. They tend to stick a little bit. So I usually like to do the method where I shuffle and I just like to let the cards fly out. But I have a little bit of trouble doing that because they aren't so glossy. They're very matte. And I do like matte because you can see the art very well with it. But at the same time, they don't shuffle the way I would prefer them to. Now, as far as thickness goes, they're pretty thin. But not paper thin. But they're definitely on the thinner side. The backs are okay. They're not really reversible. They're just some kind of strange picture of just stars. I'm surprised they didn't do more with the backs. As far as issues with the deck, well, before I even get to that, let's look at the guidebook. So the guidebook is actually really nice. This is what it looks like. It's the back. So I actually don't have many problems with the deck, really. The guidebook is completely in color, as you can see. There's a little bit of a forward area. Introduction. Understanding the tarot deck. And then there's understand the major arcana. And so it's nice because it has full colored pictures for each card, as well as the upright and reverse definitions. So, and it explains the art used for each card. It explains like what scene it was from, or how it relates to, or how it correlates to the tarot Rider-Waite equivalent of the original card. For the minors, the cards aren't like full-size pages, but they're still in color, which is really, really nice. Beyond that, you know, there's different things, you know, little tidbits of information. There's also a few tarot readings. So there's a few different spreads back here. Wisdom of the Witches, the Cat's Eye, which is a choice to make. This reading will allow you to determine when the time has come to let go, when to hold on, and what to look forward to in the future. Know that the end of one path often leads straight to another. That is the Cat's Eye. The Wisdom of Witches is a fast and easy reading for a simple question that can be answered by a yes or no. And there's a few others, I think, at least one more. There's one called Hocus Pocus. And then just about the authors, which I will show you that. As well as about the artist. So it's a nice little, pretty sturdy little book. So the deck itself, I really like the art style actually. I have another deck by this artist, which is the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. So one issue I guess the most glaring problem I had with the deck, this is just art wise, and I don't know why, is the book itself. Now, Winifred's spell book, I'm a big fan of Hocus Pocus, so I know all about the movie. The spell book right here with this green emerald, it's supposed to be an eyeball. You know, the book is made out of human skin. It's supposed to have an eye that blinks. The book is almost its own character in a way. And it's almost like the pet of Winifred Sanderson. So the fact that they covered the eyeball with this weird green emerald, and it's like that on multiple cards. Like you can see it here on the cover, and it's on another card further into the deck. I don't remember which one, but what I'm getting at is I didn't understand why it was, I guess, censored. I didn't understand why that was done, because I figured if it was that much of an issue, then maybe just have the eyeball closed, just make it like flesh colored, like the same color as this, you know. But they chose to just take it in a whole nother direction and just have it completely changed. I think it's the only card in this whole deck, or the only aspect of this whole deck, that has been altered from the original film. And I don't understand why. The guidebook, actually, I think it doesn't explain why this choice was made, creatively speaking. I'm assuming it has something to do with censorship, to avoid it having certain ratings maybe, or I'm not sure how that works. But for whatever reason, the book is without its signature eye. The eyeball, the blinking eye, is iconic, and it's a big part of the the creepiness, the creep factor, and for it to be missing, it just feels like something was missed. One thing I really liked about this deck is, well, I love a lot of the art. I love almost all the art. It makes sense, a lot of the placements. I like that the parents are the Emperor and the Empress. I appreciated that. I thought that this Emperor was spectacular. I thought it was amazing. I absolutely love this artwork, love the card, love the expression, love the colors. To me, this Empress is a little blah, it's a little mid. I feel like it could have been a little bit better, but I'm not mad at it, I'm not angry at it. It's nice, but I feel like compared to the Emperor, it feels a little lackluster. I like pretty much all the cards. I like that all the cards depict scenes from the movie, which I really appreciate. Almost all the cards to me made perfect sense, like for which scenes were used and which places. Perfect sense. Obviously it makes sense that they wouldn't have nooses around their neck, obviously. So I guess in a way that is censoring, so I guess it makes sense. Maybe that explains why the book was censored. This card's name was changed. The Hangman has become Suspension. Instead of Death, we have Transformation. And instead of the Devil, we have the Master, which is obviously a reference to the movie itself. So it's a great deck. Honestly, I think the authors and artists did a great job with this deck. I think they hit it out of the ballpark. I know that the Nightmare Before Christmas deck, all of the minors were pretty much just like pips, which this has a very pippish feel to it, the minors like this. But what I really appreciated about this deck was that they are like illustrations. They're not just like a picture of two cards. Some of the cards I think might be like that, but like this, I'm pretty sure this is from the beginning scene where they go to Allison's house. I don't know what this is. I think this just might be random. This might be random too, as with this. So, but I appreciated that some of the pips, some of the minors didn't exactly have a pippish feel. Some of them actually had full-on illustrations, which I absolutely appreciated. I mean, I guess this is an illustration, but it's not depicting a scene from the movie. But it's not just candles floating in air. So I appreciated that a lot. They're almost like their own kind of illustrations, and some of them even depict scenes from the movie. I thought it was an interesting choice to make the Black Flame candle the the Knight of Candles. We have the mom here. So yeah, it's just really I really appreciate that the artist really made the pips feel a little bit less like pips. I mean, it's still pip-ish, but it's not just straight up pips. There are illustrations, so it kind of breaks with the monotony of the deck, which I'm super happy about in a big way. The lightning, which I guess is the swords, is probably the most pippish to me. But you see these two cards, the 3 of Lightning and the 4 of Lightning, like full-on illustrations. That's amazing for a deck that doesn't really have too many full-on illustrated minors. This is really, really good. More illustrations. So all in all, I think this is a super great deck. I think it's a great addition to my collection. I think it'll be a great addition to any collection, especially if you're a fan of Hocus Pocus. Hopefully you get it before the sequel comes out. I mean, it's pretty much a sequel, which is supposed to come out in I think the last day of September of 2022. So yeah, I just wanted to actually really appreciate this Page of Potions with Elijah. So yeah, I think there are a few, that's actually a really good card. There are a few not missed opportunities, but I feel like if the author wanted, they could have done a little bit more. Like the 5 of Cups, which I guess is 5 of Potions, which is a card of mourning. Like, it would have made sense to show Thackeray's parents mourning, because they basically just lost both of their children, or things like that. So You know, I feel like it could have done a little bit more, but I mean, this is not me complaining at all. I absolutely love this deck. I think it's great. I've used it for several readings. The Nightmare Before Christmas deck, as much as I absolutely love the Nightmare Before Christmas, it felt very awkward to relate to. Whenever I would pull up cards in reading, it would be kind of I'd have to kind of strain to read well with it. I mean, I'm sure it works just fine for some people, but what I'm trying to get at is I didn't immediately connect with it. So, but this one I feel like I really immediately made that connection. And the moment I started pulling cards from it right off the bat, I was already, you know, getting profound readings as I would with any other standard tarot deck that I was already very familiar with. So I think this is going to become perhaps one of my year-round decks, honestly. I'm very, very happy for it. It's already put me into the, you know, the mood for Halloween. I'm already feeling the spooky season. It's actually, at the time of me filming this, it's 98 days until Halloween. So let's see, for all the people watching at home, let's pull a random card from this deck, so we can get a feel for the meanings in the book. So let's see. Let's pull a card out of the middle. What do we have here? The Chariot. Let's see what it has to say. Alright. Move this over here. The Chariot. The chariot rushes toward the goal ahead, caring not what distance it must travel or what obstacle lies in wait. Similarly, the Sanderson sisters work tirelessly to take back their spellbook and ensure their immortality, lest they turn to dust at sunrise. They fly across the sky long into the night on broomstick, mop, and vacuum in order to achieve their goals. Do you feel driven to accomplish something? And then it has the upright and reversed meaning. I'm going to read the upright meaning. I'm not going to read the reversed. So upright, it just says, the Sanderson sisters search desperately to find their spellbook and ensure their survival come the morning. You find yourself working relentlessly to accomplish a goal and perhaps feel the pressure of a similar deadline. Keep up the pace and you shall surely succeed. Remember that your destination lies ahead, not behind. So as you can see, it doesn't go into great detail about the meaning, but it's extremely beginner friendly. So yeah, that is the this is the Hocus Pocus tarot deck. What do you guys think about it? I actually really genuinely want to hear your opinions about it because I'm a huge fan of the movie. I've always have been, and it means a lot to me, and I usually don't let a Halloween pass without, you know, watching it. So what all do you think about this movie? Well, not about the movie, but what do you think about the deck? What are your genuine opinions about it? I actually absolutely love it. I see if minor ways it could even somehow be more improved upon, but all in all, I'm super happy with this purchase. I'm glad I pre-ordered it, and I'm happy to be one of the first people who gets their hands on one. This is definitely going to be a mainstay in my collection, and I can't wait to do more readings with it in the future. Maybe for October I'll do a pick a card using this deck. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the video, but just want to end it by saying thank you so much for watching. I bought this on Amazon. I don't know if you can get it elsewhere, but this is the deck. Again, this is what it's called, and the authors' names are here. So thank you so much for watching. Like if you like this video, subscribe if you want more tarot and oracle deck reviews, and I will see all of you in the next one. Take care.